Look up at any power line. You see them. Pigeons, starlings, maybe a smug-looking crow. They are sitting on a bare metal wire carrying 15,000 volts of pure lethality. If you or I even touched a ladder leaning against that wire, it's game over. So, why aren't there fried birds raining from the sky every time it rains? Most people think it's because the birds have rubbery feet. Wrong. Others think the wires are insulated like the ones behind your TV. Also wrong. Most high-voltage transmission lines are completely naked. They rely on the air around them. For insulation, the real reason these birds aren't sizzling is a concept called electrical potential. Think of electricity like a grumpy crowd trying to get out of a stadium. They don't want to go through the bird unless the bird offers a faster exit to the parking lot. Right now, the wire is a 10-lane highway, and the bird is a narrow, confusing side street. Why would the electrons bother? To understand this, we have to look at how electricity moves. It's a lot like water pressure. Imagine a massive pipe with water rushing through at incredible speed. If you attach a tiny side pipe that goes nowhere and dead ends, does the water flow into it? Not really. It just stays pressurized inside. Electricity needs a potential difference at high point and a low point to move. When a bird sits on a wire, both of its feet are at the exact same height electrically. If the wire is at 15,000 volts, its left foot is at 15,000 and its right foot is at 15,000. The difference? Zero. Since there's no difference in pressure between its feet, the electricity has no reason to travel through the bird's body. It just stays in the copper wire because copper is a superhighway for electrons, while a bird's body is full of resistance. In the world of physics, electricity is the ultimate slacker-it. Will always take the easiest path possible. But here is where it gets spicy. The bird is only safe as long as it stays in its little same voltage bubble. The moment that bird touches a second object that is at a different voltage, the bubble pops. This is called grounding. The Earth is the ultimate zero voltage. The wooden or metal pole holding the wires up is connected to the Earth. If a bird is sitting on that 15,000 volt wire and accidentally brushes its wing against the pole, it suddenly creates a bridge. Now the electricity sees a path. 15,000 volts in the wire, 0 volts in the pole. The electrons scream through the bird's heart and muscles to get to the ground. This is also why utility workers wear those thick, funny-looking rubber sleeves. They aren't just protecting against the wire. They are making sure they don't accidentally become a bridge between the high voltage and the 0 voltage of the bucket truck or the pole. This bridge problem is actually a massive issue for conservation. Small birds like sparrows are almost never electrocuted because they're too tiny to touch two things at once. But for apex predators like eagles, hawks, and owls, the power grid is a minefield. A golden eagle can have a wingspan of over 7 feet. When they land on a power pole to scout for prey, they might sit on one wire and, in a moment of balance, stretch a wing out and touch a second wire or a grounded transformer. This is called a phase 2 phase or phase 2 ground fault. It doesn't just kill the bird. It can cause massive power surges that blow out transformers and start wildfires. In fact, engineers are now redesigning poles to be avian safe, adding plastic covers over the dangerous bits and spacing the wires further apart than the width of an eagle's wings. We are literally rebuilding the world's infrastructure because big birds are too big for the one-wire rule. So, could a human survive the bird on a wire trick? Theoretically, if you were dropped from a drone and grabbed one wire with both hands, you'd be fine. You'd just be at high potential, vibrating at 60 Hz with the rest of the grid. But humans are much larger than birds, which brings in a terrifying factor. Arcing high-voltage electricity is so pressurized that it can actually jump through the air. If you get your body within a few inches of a grounded object while holding that wire, the electricity will tear through the air molecules, turning them into a bolt of lightning to reach you. This is why you see danger, high voltage signs. You don't even have to touch the wire to die. You just have to get close enough to give the electricity a reason to jump. So, the next time you see a bird chilling on a line, don't envy its seat. It's living on a knife's edge of physics. Subscribe for daily random knowledge and give a thumbs up if you like our videos.